So what's sales and what's not? Let me start with saying that there is bad sales and there is good sales, also known as professional sales. Most people that I know wouldn't want to be called a sales rep. It's almost like an insult. Actually, most salespeople that I know don't call themselves salespeople anymore. They call themselves account managers, project managers, business development reps, everything but sales. The reason for that, obviously, is that bad salespeople with bad sales habits have negatively affected sales as a profession. As you have chosen this course, you are well on your way of becoming a professional salesperson, acting trustworthy, being trusted, having long-term relationships with your customers, closing more deals, and having more money in the bank as a result. By comparison, bad salespeople don't have much money in the bank. They usually quit. Good sales, in essence, in one word, is trust. Sales is all about trust. Good sales is about building rapport, creating empathy, having an intelligent dialogue with your customer on complex business needs, and finding out ways how you can help, where you can add value. Think of it for a second. What were the key words that I've been using here? Trust, rapport, intelligent dialogue, creating value, helping. So what do bad salespeople do instead? They focus on themselves. They focus on their own product, on their own company, on their own pitch, on their own timelines, on their own commission plans. Basically, they focus on their own wallet. There could be a point in time where this is warranted. There could be a point in time where this is needed or of added value. But 9 out of 10 times in your touch points with a potential buyer, this is not needed and straightly harmful. Bad salespeople end up in what I call the sales drama. The sales drama goes like this. A pushy salesperson calls a buyer and starts pitching his or her product. The buyer then feels that this salesperson is not here to help me. This salesperson is here to fill his own wallets. So he retracts, the buyer withdraws and closes off. The seller then gets ignited to be even more salesy, to be even more pushy. As a result, the buyer retracts even further. In this negative spiral going downwards, there's only one end. There is no sales at the end of that tunnel. This is a sales drama where bad salespeople end up in. I'm going to teach you a way how you can up in a sales dance instead. It's going to lead to increased odds for success. So, what do good salespeople do? In order to get trust, they have to act trustworthy. And the quickest way of gaining trust is to ask questions and then listen. This is called empathy. These questions circle around the prospect's needs, the prospect's daily work, and how you as a salesperson could help that prospect. These questions could be very simple, short, open-ended, but powerful questions, such as, how does your solution look like today? What in your current solution would you like to change or to improve? How could I help? Simple, short questions that lead the conversation into the heart of the matter, why you are there, namely to solve a business need. Good salespeople turn the monologue, as in a sales pitch, to bombard the prospect, into a dialogue where the salesperson and the prospect together jointly explore possibilities to solve a business need that the prospect might have. So when you do this, 2 things happen. First, you create empathy. The moment you are confirming what the customer is saying, and if you are showing real interest and a real sense of urgency in order to help your prospect, you are creating empathy. Empathy creates trust, and trust helps the customer open up and talk more about his or her business needs, which is what you want. Secondly, now you can pinpoint whatever you're pitching, whatever you're saying, whatever your solution is, towards the needs of the customer. Now you're not only adding empathy and trust, you're also adding value to the call. This is called value-based selling. So that's it. That's the secret. That is the magic behind every sales call or every succeeded sales process. Turn your focus on the need, on the customer's need, instead of on your own product. If you're afraid of sales, if you for some reason don't want to be called a salesperson, or if you don't like to go into the sales wordings, then forget the whole notion of closing a deal for a second. Focus instead on helping. How can I help my prospect? What should I do? What questions should I ask to get on track of helping my prospect? I get many people that tell me, Maurice, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not salesy enough. I'm not being perceived as a salesperson or as a typical salesperson. And then I say, good, keep that. Don't change that. Don't be the salesperson. As a matter of fact, I've closed many deals myself by being completely non-salesy, absolutely non-typical salesperson. The worst thing that can happen is that you create trust. And that's exactly where you want to have positioned yourself. So in the end, sales is about closing a deal between a buyer and a seller based on trust. It's a human-to-human interaction. If you stick to the items that we went through right now, trust, rapport, empathy, intelligent dialogue, finding needs, adding value, how can you help your customer? If you stick to those main ingredients in sales, you are well on your way of building that long-term relationship with your customer that both you and your customer are looking for. To wrap up this chapter, I have one more question for you. What do you think? Is sales an art or is sales a process? Is sales an art of dealing with people, the art of influencing it to add value, or is sales a structure, a systematic approach to increase your odds of success in each step in the sales process? So what do you think? Is it an art or is it a process? And the correct answer to this question is both. Sales is both art as well as structure. You're both going to need the art of dealing with people, the art of influencing people, and the art to manage expectations with people. But you're also going to need the structure and a systematic approach to increase in each step of the sales process your odds for success. And now let's get started.